internet. Hello there, YouTube. Welcome back to the Hermit Gamers playthrough, a solo hardcore playthrough, or a series of solo hardcore playthroughs of X-Men Legends 2, a classic ARPG. It is currently abandoned, has been for some time. Pick it up for free if you please. It's a barrel of laughs and it will run on a toaster. Anyway, let's get in there. We are on the final act, and it should all be more or less downhill from here. We've had a few struggles, but we've been relatively lucky as Jean. Surprisingly strong playthrough considering she has some limitations, some problems with her kit, and we build her in a somewhat weird way. And I think this really demonstrates the strength of building her that way. Anyway, we'll get in there. We'll talk about that once we get in there.
Let the games begin.
And here we are in Act 4. Now, as I was saying about the build, so Jean's problem is...
Time grows short.
Okay, so mental damage is resisted by an uncannily or just a disproportionately large number of enemies are either highly resistant or in later gameplay just flatly immune to mental damage. Jean has access in her base kit to nothing that is not mental damage, with the exception of the physical impact from this, which is kind of trivial and only works if this can physically throw an enemy. Most enemies, it can't, like most enemies that you would want. Okay, well, elites, act bosses, elites, unique bosses, blah, 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 can't be thrown. So you can use it against common enemies if they're immune to mental, but that's it. You also have this, where you have a little corpse explosion effect, which is physical damage. But if you're purely in a mental immune mob, how do you get them to be corpses in the first place? This is also a really weird ability that's it's not super useful. It's slow casting, it has a small radius. Anyway, so the way we build Jean is we build her around these melee buffs, particularly Psionic Combat, Psychic Fury, Mental Mastery, and then, we grab some Mental Guardian because that's just free, it's a turret, and then we actually pump Strike. We build her as if she was a melee character, and we gear her as if she was a melee character. And you will see the damage that you do when you build Jean like that, although a big chunk of it is still mental damage. There's a decent chunk of physical damage in there as well. And against anything that's not mental immune, you absolutely clap. I mean, like 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot. Like these guys, 2 shot with basic attacks. No energy cost, just free, just gone. And if we had really like elite gear, we could easily hit that 1 shot breakpoint. Like look how low this guy is after we actually clap him once. Yeah, so slightly better gear, and we actually just 1-shot our way through regular mobs. Like these guys, these Anubites, quite dangerous. But yeah, it's when you have this amount of damage, you actually can start to just kind of walk into normal mobs and just cut through them with your normal attacks. Like you kill them so fast that they can't really hurt you that much. So it's like, yeah, you don't exactly have great CC or anything, but you don't need it when your damage is as good. And the damage we do to bosses can be genuinely crazy. Like, we're fighting Archangel in the last act, and just getting like a 3-hit combo on him, like absolutely clapped him down. Like genuinely crazy damage you put out, and we still have a lot of points to shove into just really min-maxing and maximizing those damage skills. I think this is the boss arena. Yeah, it is. All right, let's fight the boss. Monsieur Sinister.
Hello, my dear. Come, beast, Sinister. Well then, I'll make short work. Run away.
Yeah, so he can make you run away, which is kind of annoying. You gotta pop these nullifiers.
But they'll return soon enough.
Phoenix Force! My target's down.
Yeah, look at the damage we put. We didn't even have to nullify him more than once. Absolutely clapped. And we are still just hitting our stride with this build. The damage only gets better. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is, if you really want to do like a solo playthrough with you, like, you need damage. You need to build her like this. You're bonkers if you don't. So that was like the freest Sinister boss fight I've had thus far playing this game. We've done it with Colossus. We've done it with Cyclops. We have done it. Yeah, actually just Colossus and Cyclops.
Sometimes I don't know my own strength.
So we got that turret, which is awesome. Yeah, actually we're going to go this way first. And we're actually going to clear out the... Yeah, we just literally two-shot it. Yeah, we're going to clear out these side areas. Try to go around that column. Just land on us. These guys are a little spooky. So we hit them with that AoE. It puts a debuff on them, which is quite nice. Yeah, the problem is, like, if we go into damage 1, they're kind of going to CC us. So we just kind of tap away at them a little bit and let the turret whittle them down. Not a particularly serious or dangerous fight. But yeah, we're going to come through here. The Temple of Anubis, is it? I hope this is the side I think it is. Because I don't want to have to come back. Actually, this is the side. Yeah, look at this damage. This is like 600 damage. Guy's freaking breakdancing. Yeah, so they can CC us a little bit. They can jerk us around a little bit, but as soon as we actually put the damage in, they just get chunked. And it's like, if you don't play, I swear, if you don't play Jean like this, you're gonna just have a really sad time. Primarily because it's like, so one of the things I will complain about with melee in like Diablo 2, and particularly with like single target melee. Jeez, this guy is just absolutely tryhard. He's stunned, pop up. I can't get a break from the CC.
And stay down.
Anyway, we're just clearing this area out. You know, I want to get all the bonuses, all the pickups, if possible. Can we just leave the turret to deal with those jerks? Something to think about. Wait, who? What?
Fiore Emilia.
Fiore Emilia. As I say, you're gonna have a sad time if you try a more traditional build as Jean, primarily because, as I said, well, you know, you've heard me complaining about something like the melee example like Diablo 2. It's like, you know, if you're gonna do you know, the damage needs to be balanced in terms of how potent it is. Oh, this is gonna get so
Fiore Emilia.
Sweet dreams.
Why am I coming down here? I guess I kind of need to. Let's clear down this side first, because I do actually want to clear these dungeons out to some extent. But yeah, as I say, so what's going to happen if you build a normal gene is like, you're going to find out like all this stuff is just like, you know, if it isn't immune, then it's like so much stuff is just randomly like super resistant to my damage, and you know, I'm just like flailing at them sadly. And then it's like when I when I encounter stuff that isn't resistant to my damage, it's like the damage is just kind of like okay, you know, and that's gonna like just make you super sad because you're like, what, like where's the upshot of this setup? The resurrectors can be super annoying. I should have set a turret up ahead of time, and I should be doing that more, and that is the safe way to play, is to like, you set up a turret, you run back to it, but I'm kind of bullying my way through a little bit, because we do have the damage to make it work. Play just a little bit aggressive, a little bit silly, not get punished, especially when I've got 5 ultimates sitting in the bank. The danger is like, you can just like, if that guy who was just continually seeing us, you know, imagine he had like an amp damage aura, and then there was like just a couple more guys there with him.
Who's next?
Then we're suddenly in like really hot poop. And the reality is just that they can actually burst us down. Wait, how does that... Oh, finally I'm playing someone who can get over that chasm without having to freaking go all the way back. Because I've got my flight. Because you can jump over that, but I ain't doing that. Like, if I die, this is Act 1, Quest 1. The big restart. I ain't doing that. I may play a little bit goofy sometimes.
Who's next?
You know, I have buttons to press. If you fall down a pit, you got no buttons. You got nothing. You're just insta-dead.
Stay down.
Ugh. Very poor engagement there. Could have been done much better with a turret. Whoa, karikaka. So A, I could do that. But I can also do this.
Stay down.
Bro, where'd you come from? Yeah, I don't think I've actually done Jean's Danger Room mission, assuming it is even unlocked. I will find it at some point and do it. But her item sucks, so I'm like not particularly concerned about getting that.
Sometimes I don't know strength.
And yeah, we're gonna get through this act quite quickly. It's nice to see the times just going down and down and down and down. And it's funny as well, like, I do consider Colossus to be one of the stronger characters in this game, especially for solo play. And yet, you know, I haven't died with any of the other characters I've played, and some of them I would consider quite weak. Particularly for solo play. Like, Jean is quite weak, because yeah, she has damage, but she has no damage mitigation. She has no CC.
That had to hurt. Negative.
Let's just squeak back to town quickly with the old blink portal. Sort out this inventory business. As I say, so Jean I consider to be somewhat weak. She has some fun tools.
Hello, my friends.
And Cyclops is very similar. Like, they both have some, like, tactical tools. Incredible.
Sorry, no credit.
I'll take that 9 speed, that's just better. And no reason to keep the Incredible. Alright. See if we can get some bonus skills or levels or something. Ooh, costs pretty much everything to get one bonus skill. But why not? Damn near max out Mental Guardian, which is very nice. And I might just quickly poke my ugly nose in here and see what we actually have. So we got graduation exam 400, defeat Bastion. That's a fairly easy one. Okay, I see Phoenix here. So defeat 20 enemies.
The
I probably shouldn't be doing this right now.
Generating.
Oh yeah. I definitely should not be doing this now, because I'm like right on the line of like having a new a level, and then I just immediately get a free level from that. So let's do this graduation exam. Defeat Bastion should be fairly easy. We never actually fought Bastion because I still haven't done that bonus mission in New York, but I'm feeling fairly strong. Like, obviously, if I can get a free level, if I can get free skill points by just, like, quickly doing a danger mission, sure.
The course is now.
And it's like, obviously, I would get a couple of levels if I went back and did the perimeter platforms. But, you know, I'm also taking a risk by doing that. She's absolutely clapped. This is when I talk about how her damage just goes bonkers. Like, remember I kept raving about Sabretooth's damage. Anyway, we got that level, which means I can go grab the Jean one as well. Yeah, it's kind of tempting to get that in the end, just to have access to the corpse explosion mechanic. So you actually kill enemies by punching them and then you blow their corpses up. But it's got to be like one of the last skills you will ever get. You know, because ultimately it's just doing something that you can do anyway by just punching stuff. Alright, where did Phoenix go? Alright, so I could have done this ages ago.
The course is now
And it's probably
active.
going to be like
Good
comically
luck
easy.
generating opponent.
Where we just like put the turret up and the turret will just kill like
Generating
one or two.
opponent. Good job. Generating opponent. Excellent. Well done. Good. Generating opponent.
Phoenix Force!
The problem is this
Generating opponent.
converts.
Generating opponent. Excellent job. You have completed all
That's
course
fine. Like I
objectives.
said. We knew that was going to be super easy because we were over leveled for it, but we still get a free level for doing it, which I'll happily take. So like this is another character who actually has potential to clear the legend grade danger room bosses. Colossus could have done them, but he just didn't need to because Colossus is like once you have a good so one of the things with Colossus is like you just have a button that is so strong in Unbreakable, and yeah, so this is Touch of the Phoenix. It's decent. The 50% resistance is pretty good. 25 focus actually amounts to being a decent amount of damage. Attack rating is not terrible. EP per knockout is okay because Jean's pretty energy hungry, but like, yeah, I don't think it's anywhere near. Oh, I think I actually forgot. Oh no, I was gonna say I thought I forgot to actually sell the items, but nah, we're good. So we just got like a juicy power spike there. Super nice. Alright, hold on. Here, what we can do is just bait all these chunks together. Well, that's a scary aura.
Phoenix Force!
Don't kill me.
That had to hurt. You could always surrender.
Got a rare belt. Let's take a look at that. If that were just, even if that were just plus 18 damage instead of plus 18 minimum damage, I would really take that. That would be so nice with the resistances and everything, but it is what it is. We just have to wait for these bugs to pop from the ult running out. There we go. You never know. They could have dropped some like really amazing gear. They didn't, but they could have. And
Phoenix
get that out of
Force!
my face.
My target's
You are
down.
outplay things now. And we're just gonna chillax here for a moment, wait for these guys to turn hostile again so we can swiftly pop them. There, nice. And I just wanted to grab that waypoint so that we could whoosh back to it. Ah, that's annoying. Okay. Looks like truly are the most eloquent of all our foes. Marvel there. Public speaking prowess, Cicero Reborn. Now, I should have everything I need to clear this area.
Sometimes I don't know my own strength.
Please don't resurrect me before I kill it. It's so cheeky. Absolute shit. But I tell you what, being able to fly is like chef's kiss. Like you're like, I've left like the easiest of the best characters to do this with. Like, I mean, I think I've done this with fun characters so far because I'm hoping to like encourage people to play the game. And
That had to hurt.
you know, Jean may not be like the easiest character to solo the game with, but super fun. And if you really want to like try to min-max her and actually farm the ideal gear, you know, you'll get so much dopamine from the power spikes because like even an extra 7 damage or an extra 3 physical damage, you know, it pans out to being a hell of a lot when you actually stack all your buffs on top of it. So really fun character to gear. You definitely see the numbers continually going up. You're not like done with your build, like when you're just done with like the base difficulty of the game. Like you can keep playing into Nightmare, and you may struggle because her survivability is not really going to get any better. Though enemy damage will certainly go up. And the enemy capacity specifically for burst will go up. Oh, fighting on slopes in this game, thank God the turret auto aims.
Who's next?
Yeah, like this is 400 damage on a punch, just casually. But you can build most of the melee characters in this game like this. Jean does do more damage than most of them, but it is mental damage, so it's more commonly resisted, or you know, sometimes they're even outright immune. Being able to hoof it like this is really nice. Oh, Korikaka.
My target's down.
When you play it well with these guys, like you literally just like do a little juke around them and just junk. It's super satisfying. Alright, we want to go get that data disk. Just lower the damage a smidge, and then we can kind of brawl with them a little bit more happily. So that's another skill you can also potentially max. Is just put all your points as you get them into this, so you're continually reducing enemy damage. The damage it does will actually get pretty decent as well. If you really want to build Jean as like a normal, you know, a normal sort of character who's just going to do damage, you're going to build around Memory Wipe and Mental Guardian. And there is some pretty decent synergy there. When you get Mental Memory Wipe up really high, the damage is quite good. The casting time is quite. So the casting time and the radius is identical to that. So pretty decent cast time for a really huge radial that has some innate CC. If you kind of two-tap the average mob, everything in the mob that isn't an elite is CC'd and will be like running away or, you know, kind of goofing about, and that's when this is going to start pounding on them. And then you can start maxing Dark Phoenix or you know, another one of your like single target damage skills like Psychic Spike or something. So the way you would use Dark Phoenix is like, you know, then when you see a dead body, then you pound them with Dark Phoenix and get that corpse explosion. The problem with playing like that is like, particularly in a solo context,
And stay down.
if you play in a solo context, like some of Jean's buffs, which are amazing, like this buff is so freaking good, and you only put a few points into just get it up, because it doesn't make it any better, but you just get it up like quality of life, so that it lasts like 20 seconds, 25 seconds, and this is just like the best, freest party buff, right? This, it's not really worth using. Like it's not terrible. You probably have a point in it. You could use it between fights to regen some energy, but generally speaking, this will give your team all the energy sustain they need in a fight. The problem is if you build yourself as like a mental character, right? There's no reason to have this. You get like, especially doing solo, you just eat energy pots. What do you care? There's no reason to have this because you don't have melee damage. There's no reason to have this because again, you have energy pots. So you have some of the best buffs in the game, but you're getting no value from any of them. So, you know, where are you going to be putting all these skill points? And this is another reason to build Jean as a melee character. Shows here. I always forget there's a permanent. Wait, is it that I forgot, or is it that the last time I did this, I just haven't done this with a flyer?
That had to hurt.
Oh, that's so dangerous. Please don't ledge me. I have to remember that enemies can ledge you in this act. Wait. I'm not blind. There was a ranged attack that came from here. There was. And someone was resurrecting those guys. So where the hell did he go? Someone resurrected another one behind me. Probably through a wall. The resurrectors in this game have said like, they do not respect LOS at all. They don't give a fuck. But it's fine. This was the main thing, to get in here and do this. And now we can just kind of get through this act nice and quick. I'm very happy to just ignore those jerks now. I'll leave the trap in case they want to follow us. Yeah. That's exactly what I thought. Garinga.
Sweet dreams.
I do like that the game will like throw some extra enemies in rather than just making you play like Walking Simulator through an empty map. Actually, hold on, what am I doing? Being an absolute goof. Because I can, and this is exactly what I set up. Now just extract. So now I can grab... Here we go. Gotta go grab the Duva. It is very, very handy having both flight and telekinesis. Okay, this is potentially such a dangerous fight, especially when you have no invincibility buttons or anything, but all we can do is put the trap up.
Phoenix Force!
And get that instant CC in. Look, killing each other with the radius. Very handy. Let's wait for these guys to pop. Nice pop. One more of these little side rooms. I got a bunch of stupid beetles gonna come out. Give them the old dirty beetle they used to say back at the pro shop. Told this story once or twice before. Wasn't really a pro shop. Just a place that like sold some golf and golf adjacent stuff next to a driving range, obviously. Oh, that insta pop up. Get that shit out of my face. Absolute bongers. Take a look at the rare. You will be an absolutely goated rare. You are not an absolutely goated rare, but yeah, you can TK open doors and stuff, just like TK is very similar to the Sorceress ability.
Sometimes I don't have any strength.
Which is quite handy to have. Magneto has a pretty much identical ability that is kind of better in some ways. Magneto is just better than Jean. Mostly because of his damage is more physical, but he also has access to energy damage, so he doesn't actually have to cry about physical immunes. And also, one of his attacks that does physical damage is just so good that it really doesn't matter. Because the way it works is like, you throw out like a kind of spread
That had to hurt.
of mines, and eventually you get up to the point where you have like 5 of them. And so each one of those 5 mines is, you know, massively increasing the damage you gain from gear. So, you know, imagine you have plus 20 energy damage, right? And now you're throwing out 5 mines, but you actually have plus 100 energy damage now, as long as the AoE of the mines fully overlaps, which it more or less does. And there's a certain amount of you can use the ability in such a way, like, or you throw it in such a way that you keep them close together. But yeah, really strong ability, and you're going to have a hell of a lot more than 20 energy damage. You know, you're going to have more like 70 or 80 plus damage from all 3 of your gear pieces, and then that's going to be, you know, times by 5. And then you're going to get bonus mental damage from your focus score, and that's going to be times by 5, and it can get really silly really fast. It's one of the most damaging abilities in the game. As far as so there are abilities in this game that do insane damage because they're broken. Like alright, you know what? Since I have the qualifying exam, let's just zoom back. Do that, because we'll almost certainly get both a level and a bonus skill point from doing that. Why not? Since we're coming up to the kind of penultimate and then final boss. I could also go rescue Tony Stark.
Hi, what can I...
Because this is the first character I have that's been able to open all of these.
You won't find better prices anywhere else.
Let's just get this stuff out of here. And doing this boss fight is actually going to be a pain. Because it's freaking Strife. And that means we have to destroy the Brain Trust
Jean Grey.
canisters with our no freaking, you know,
The training course has
environmental
limited
damage having scuffed us. So, you know, we kind of just have to cry about it a little bit. And we just want to kind of like sneak in here if we can. The damage we do to them is not that bad. It's just like, yeah, not being CC'd, not being... I mean, we absolutely clap this guy with damage when we look at it. Like, out of my face, my son. But these brains... Woo. But, you know what, the damage we actually, like, do to them is not that bad. Like, we were barely tickling them earlier. It's just there's so freaking many of them. It's gonna take us a while.
As long as a single brain remains alive, you cannot win.
You cannot win. Why you gotta do that? Like, I'm clearly in the middle of something, you just gotta bomb me like this. Yeah, look at even the damage this does. Dude, don't body block with the freaking thing. So rude.
Don't you realize I won't remain unconscious thanks to the Brain Trust?
And yeah, you have to get rid of those jerks, which is kind of annoying, but... I was hoping I could TK that into the thing. Oh, they do way less damage than TK them, that's so annoying. Oh well. Hopefully it is possible to do this on time, which it may honestly just not. Like, part of it is just like, we get bugged sometimes, like these things just do not let you attack them. So they're supposed to do that like shockwave kind of defensively, but as you can see, sometimes they just do it like before you can even get an attack on them.
You haven't gotten all the brains yet.
And this is just the reality. Like, the game is not meant to be played by you as a solo, but I know this is doable because I have definitely done this with Jean before. She hits the wall on this in Nightmare, I think, unless you build her like this.
You destroyed the Brain Trust. For that, you will pay. Now you will be crushed beneath the
Qualifying exam has been completed.
Yeah, absolutely clap that guy when we actually attack him, but it looks like we may just not be able to do that fast enough. I'll try it one more time.
Good luck.
What we really need is to try to like get him out of the way somewhere where he's not going to be like bothering us with CC and stuff. Because this is collectively going to cost us way too much time.
Alive, you cannot win. Already you stumbled and fall. Don't you realize I won't remain unconscious thanks to the brain
Oh my
trust?
god, did you see that auto target? We literally threw the box at another box that was like so far.
Sweet
I don't know,
dreams.
man. It genuinely makes me want to fucking cry sometimes how bad it is.
The brain trust has awakened me.
Of course, once again, you know, just amazing auto aim. Like, the game puts this shit here for you to use, and then it's just like, yeah, but you can't actually use it. Like, are we fucking absolutely hard trolling at this point? Yes, literally. I fucking hate.
Away this chance.
Sweet dreams.
The brain trust will always awaken me.
What brain trust? Oh, this, of course, there's still one here.
Don't you realize I won't remain unconscious thanks to the brain
Oh
trust?
god, game, please. Like, at least let me walk past the fucking thing. Come on. I understand that I can't aim anything, right?
Grade.
And that I'm just gonna throw...
Congratulations.
Whatever, at least we got it. Jesus Christ, the auto aim in this game. Sometimes. It genuinely just makes me not want to play the fucking game. Like, I don't expect it to be perfect, and sometimes I just laugh about how bad it is, but, like, sometimes it's genuinely so bad you can't laugh about it. Like, it's actually, like, it's
Hi,
going out of its
what
way
can
to
I do
fuck
for
with you. Like, you literally, you're staring at the thing you want to hit. All it needs to fucking do is throw the thing in a straight line.
Any questions?
And it throws it, like, 20 degrees to your left. And you can tell me, like, oh, that's not auto aim, you're just not aiming it right. And it's like, alright, maybe I'm just not aiming it right. But it always seems to fucking hit something though, doesn't it?
Sweet
So it
dreams.
seems to be locking on to something. Also, I just took that portal when I was supposed to take the thing, which is a little bit annoying, but because I spent a little while just derping around with the danger room, we have a new one. But one of the reasons why I was so eager to complete that is because now it unlocks these, and these are actually interesting. This is like, okay. So this guy's not very tanky. Let's see if we can farm up some bonus skill points. Because these are the toughest fights you can do in normal. Like, these guys are more dangerous
Great.
than Apocalypse.
You may now begin your course.
And look how tanky this guy is.
Maybe you ought to sit this one out.
Phoenix Force!
And this is a boss who can just straight up two-shot you as well.
Phoenix Force! Phoenix Force!
We're just going to spam all these because we're not actually using these tokens.
Phoenix Force!
Anything that chips him down even a little bit. We keep the turret up all the time. Yeah, and now we actually just want to bait those melee attacks out. Yeah, you should be able to, like, juke him out with the dive bombs, like, fairly consistently.
sweat.
But we are doing a lot of freaking damage with these dives. It's just the awkwardness of actually... Oh, no. I really thought he was one shot there. He's
All
one shot.
objectives have been successfully achieved. Course is now complete.
Alright, we played that a little bit
Well done.
risky because we wanted to get it done fast, but we got it done fast. So, who's next? We get a power spike every single time we do this now because it's just like, alright, I'll get another point in Mental Mastery, I get another point in Psychic Fury, I just keep buffing my freaking damage. So now, yeah, Sorin is a really safe one, Bastion is pretty safe. Let's do Bastion. The only thing we have to worry about with Bastion is
Jean Grey.
him summoning in a bunch of Sentinels.
The training course has loaded. You may commence.
Phoenix Force!
Danger. System overload.
Phoenix Force! Phoenix Force!
Okay, this is a really, like, just bullshit place for the boss to stand. I can't fucking see anything,
Excellent
but it's
job.
fine.
You have completed all course objectives.
But you see, like, the damage we do, it kind of claps. We probably won't be able to beat this guy, just the reality of it. Breaking those tanks is gonna take way too freaking long, but... Killing Strife himself is not a problem.
Jean Grey.
Ready for trouble?
The training course.
Hell yeah. And you might think, oh, fly up and attack this guy. Trust me, it just doesn't. Just... Kind of just have to wait for him to land. At least this thing chips him down nicely.
Phoenix Force!
Yeah, this does not do a lot of damage.
Phoenix Force!
But you know what? At least it hits.
Phoenix Force!
And it can chip him down
Phoenix
a little bit.
Phoenix Force!
When we actually get a combo in, absolutely chunk the guy. And here, this is just about like feeling like we're doing something.
Congratulations. You have successfully completed
Should be
the
quick enough.
course.
Lovely. Now we'll do Lady Deathstrike, who she can't actually give you a talent point, but it's still worth doing. We could get some amazing rare,
You may now be.
and even if we get nothing, we get the satisfaction of having killed all the bosses we can. Like, yeah, we're not going to be able to do anything to Strife.
I assure you, this will be most unpleasant.
She's so annoying to fight without. It's that bullshit skinny ass hitbox you just can't fucking hit with these abilities.
Phoenix Force!
Yeah, it's like even when you literally see it like land right on her head, it just misses for.
Phoenix Force!
And she just has a really janky fucking hitbox. And her hitbox on you is like equally silly, especially in that kick. That thing extends out like 2 feet from the actual edge of its radius.
Phoenix Force!
But it's fine. She's not going to kill us or anything. And we will chip her down in the end.
Phoenix Force! You have to focus. Fight harder. Phoenix Force!
So there is actually a way to like kite and fight Deathstrike like relatively safely. The problem is like you just get fucked by auto aim and you get fucked by like her hitbox where it's like, yeah, she's gonna have a really hard time hitting you if you're kiting her properly, but you're also gonna have a really hard time hitting her. And what you're gonna find is like, hey, I did everything right. Like, I was not greedy. I waited. I literally baited everything out from her I should. And then I went in for my fucking chance. I haven't been playing the game for like the last 17 seconds because I've just been like running around trying to bait out these particular moves. Now I go in. I have my little window in which I can safely DPS her, and it's just whiff, 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 whiff on this stupid fucking hitbox. You do no damage, and now it's like, well, go back to kiting for the next 15 seconds. And then, you know, you can just whiff again at the end of it. So eventually you just give up and you say, you know what, fuck it, I'll literally just bully my way through it. Like, I have potions, I have, you know...
Excellent job. You have completed all course objectives.
And so that's just what you end up doing. It's really frustrating when the game does that to you, because I much rather... Like, I would rather have, like, a well-tuned boss fight,
Hi,
right? Even if
what
the
can I do
mechanics are
for you?
relatively simple, where it's like, you know, avoid this attack.
There's a lot to choose from, huh?
Or be, like, punished with something more than just CC. But at the same time, the attack... You know, the attack is fair. It can't just, like, punish you for fucking existing. If you see what I'm saying. Anyway, we're going in... Wait. I just took the wrong portal. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, wait, the portal's down now? What the hell? Ah, it's alright. We'll just fly out of here. I'm going the wrong way. But that's okay. I can fly. Really? Where did they even fucking come from? Game, I literally just want to walk away. Like, I actually just want to walk away. Don't fucking make me do this. I'm not gonna do it. I don't know what part of me not being in the fucking mood it doesn't understand. It's like you're not gonna make me engage with gameplay I don't want to fucking engage with. I'm sorry, we're past that point. Like, this is normal mode. You guys don't have amp damage auras or anything. Knock me down as many times as you want. CC me in a fucking corner for 2 minutes. I'll drink potions. I'm fine. Eventually, I'll get up and I'll just fucking leave. But this is the thing, like, you might see that and hear me say that and then think like, oh, okay, this game's kind of easy. And it's like, 100%. I've said it many times. Like, it is easy. It's easy until it kills you. And then suddenly you're just dead and you're like, well, what the hell happened? So this guy is the tankiest boss on this difficulty. And as you can see, he's got a lot of damage reduction. He also has a really annoying AoE.
You cannot injure me while I bask in the power of the sun.
This is another one of these amazing AoE abilities that just reaches out like 15 times further than it should. But yeah, like, we can literally just stand here. I mean, obviously, find some way to just avoid them or hide behind a column or something and just let our... turret chunk this guy down. Oh. You know, pounding them with the dives is always relatively safe. Yeah, we just chunked this guy down slowly. I gotta remember, I'm not actually on the clock now. My brain is still in this, like, hold on a minute. You're supposed to be going fast, like headspace.
It is useless to try and injure me while I am protected by the sun's energy.
Sometimes just hitting with this freaking dive bomb is the most painful freaking thing.
Phoenix Force!
See what kind of sliver of damage that even does. And that misses somehow.
In combat. No! Now I am vulnerable.
Yeah, always know that guy's going to be an easy fight. The only thing you fear is like physically just running out of energy potions, which Cyclops came close to. But we know Cyclops' weakness is boss damage. That's not where he excels. Kinda doesn't excel anywhere, but he's very fun to play. He excels in ranged engagements. Quick kiting and stuff like that. And now we're literally just picking up our last few little scraps of loot before we go take on the final boss.
My target now.
This beautifully hidden tech station is literally just like touch that glowing thing. Get a tech station.
Stay down.
I'll take a
feel
level.
Even stronger.
Alright. Just grab our potions, and I really hope I don't die in this fight. I really hope I don't. I shouldn't, but I could. Like, I just know mathematically it's possible. I'm gonna cry if it happens. I'm gonna cry so bad if it happens. It's genuinely gonna depress me.
Hi.
Because I don't know if I can start again from, like, Quest 1, Act 1. But there's no reason why I should die. I should be fine. What do we got here? Elite? What kind of gloves
I
am
guarantee all of it.
actually wearing?
100%.
Astounding, alright. And Très Fabulous. Yeah, it's kind of tempting to try the elites, but what we got now is good. Let's go take on Apocalypse. Let's wrap up this entire run.
Sometimes I don't know.
And as I say, it's been one of the harder runs just because, like, it's one of those things where, like, if I had tried to do this run first, I'd still be trying it. Whereas, like, because I tried to do Colossus first, like, yeah, I died a couple of times because, like, my head wasn't in it. It'd been so long since I had tried to do, like, proper solo runs of this game that I just made a bunch of, like, goofy mistakes and didn't press my buttons when I needed to. And I kept saying that when I was doing the run, particularly once I started to, like, get into my stride. My sort of battle cry was always like, well, now I can't die unless I just don't press my buttons. And this guy's just gonna get, like, horribly charmed.
With the machine.
And now he's gonna be like, don't touch my machine! Which is like, if it were your machine, could I just do whatever I please with it? I don't think so. Maybe it's my machine now. Kind of feels like it's my machine. And actually was a reason to come in there this time. Usually there isn't. And we just kind of ignore him. We use Quicksilver's dash. Kill these guys. Get some of these nice golden balls. Refill our little machine thing. Balls, please. Give me your
So
balls.
long as I protect the generators
And
to the
then,
device.
so the whole point of this fight is like he's made this machine. It gives him all the powers of Emma Frost and Sabretooth and Quicksilver and this one and that one. Polaris, I think. And they're all super amped up and supposedly like synergize with each other. I don't understand if that makes sense, but whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to make sense. He's got a super machine. It gives him powers of 4 different mutants. So when we use the machine, we get those powers too, and they're really strong.
There's more than one generator powering the device.
As you can see. And the main job is just to go break those generators to turn the machine off. Also, you can break into that side room to get that EXP. Now here, we actually want to lure him. Yeah, he's so stupid, he just comes away from the machine.
The device is mine.
You right, it's not yours anymore, man. It's my machine. How about you don't touch my machine? Stop using my machine. Dude, get your own fucking machine. Get out of my Egyptian temple. You will actually just get off my planet. Go to the Shadow Realm. Wait, am I... I'm stuck in the floor?
Get through here.
Oh, there's the floor. Okay, cool. I was completely forgetting to pick up stuff like that when I was doing this with
I won't let you harm the generators for the device.
Oh, this could be a little bit like, oh, down to the wire, down to the wire. Come on. Come on, Emma Frost, Mental Blast. Finish him off. And then give me some gold balls so I can break this. I missed it. I do like the machine drops them as well, so like they give you all the tools you need here to get through this first part. The only tricky part is like now he resurrects all his horsemen.
Fortunately, I don't need
and you actually have to fight them all. You have to you can't just like hard focus Apocalypse, because if you kill him, he'll take over the body of one of his horsemen and you know, just kind of reanimate himself in their body, so he just gets a full extra health bar. But what we do is we just kite a couple of horsemen back. Typical, you know, just peel the onion, you know? Like, we can just come in here, nothing stops us, apart from the camera. Absolutely horrible. But yeah, we just kind of murder these guys. Let's do that again. Yeah, we just murder them in a nice darkened corner. Apocalypse is too big to even come in there. Now we have to find this guy, you'll do. Oh, look at that. We pretty much just like one comboed him. I don't want to stand next to that guy. That's right. You shoot me out of the sky, absolute dickhead. And Mikhail's just like insta-clap there. And now we just kind of kite Colossus, Apocalypse around. And... Oh, no. I just want to fly into that. Leave me alone. Be nice. Yeah, so now it's just like, give him one of these. And I give him one of those. And we could use all 5 of our ults. Even though we don't need him. The ult is for ad clear on Jean. And like emergency CC on dangerous things that can kill him. It's certainly not a boss killer. Like Cyclops actually can do some decent damage to bosses. But yeah, I mean look, that chipped him down. And now, yeah, I don't want to actually like get in close and brawl with him. I want to stay as mobile as I can. It's a little bit difficult, but
now do you see? I am destined to rule.
that's the main thing we just want to avoid. Oh, come on! How does this just miss on this enormous hitbox, and it just misses again and again and again and again? I just fucking punch him. Anyway, very easy end boss fight. As I say, Jean goes from being a wet noodle against bosses to, if you build her as a melee character, she kinda claps. As long as they're not, you know, more or less mental immune, which some of the bosses kinda are on the next difficulty. However, can't complain about that. Fairly smooth run, a little bit frustrating in some fights, but you know you're not going to be in for like the smoothest time when you're playing Jean as a melee character. She doesn't have melee abilities. She just has damage. However, there's a lot to be said for just having damage. If you have enough damage, you know, it's okay. You can adopt that glass cannon, kill it before it hurts me type playstyle. And it's not like we've had to like massively stint on life to get this. You know, so... You know, and we keep kind of pumping it like that. Like, she gets so many passive points in focus, it's just like... You're crazy if you're actually putting points in focus as Jean. There's no need for it. But yeah, like, this is still going to go up. This is still going to go up quite a lot. And then I guess you can put points in that to get a little bit more tankiness. But all in all, feeling relatively confident about like pushing into the next difficulty as Jean. I do think we will die at some point. That's just the game. Like, there was stuff in this difficulty that could like instantly put our health to like a half or a third. Now I may as well go in here and actually, just in case anyone hasn't seen.
Target's down.
Yeah, just in case anyone hasn't actually seen this area where you rescue Tony. So you have to, there are like little interactables in each corner here. So there's this loose stone. So we do that. Bonk. Then... Now I think we need to break this. I think? I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Alright, if you guys just want to stand there, that's fine. Yeah, so there's that one still. Out of it. 700 damage on a punch. It's only going up. Yeah, so as far as I know, you have to break this. But... No, that's right. Okay. Yeah, so you break that so the light can get to it. I always forget that. I always freaking forget that. I'm like, how do you do it? How do you do it? But here we go. And so this is how you get Tony out. And if you have all of his armor pieces, that means you have Iron Man. Iron Man is the most broken character in the game. But if you don't spec into Motion Amplifier, he's kind of, dare I say, just a worse Cyclops. Like, he's not bad by any stretch. He's got amazing passives, but...
Glad you could make the party.
But yeah,
I was beginning to get lonely. It feels like, let's just say, a trap. Oh, sorry.
So yeah. You've got to have all of his armor pieces, which we probably haven't collected them all, but it doesn't matter. We obviously have Iron Man unlocked. And yeah, so that's our playthrough as Jean. I'll go ahead and save this just down here somewhere so we can continue the playthrough at some point. And next playthrough, you know, we got quite a few options. The thing is, I kind of want to do characters that are going to have a somewhat interesting build, or that, as I say, if it's a character that people talk shit about, like Colossus, then I want to go through and prove that he's actually really strong. I think we successfully did that. Yeah, I died a couple of times, but like, no, they were all just skill issues on my part. His kit was the most busted thing. Like, we would just full recline in every boss fight. You know, nothing can kill you. You're just invincible. Your damage is really solid. Like, what do you want? He's really good. And he's, of all the three that I played through so far, so Colossus, Cyclops, of the four rather, Sabretooth and Jean, he's the one I'm most confident taking through on the next difficulty. So we could do Gambit. Gambit has some pretty interesting builds and can definitely kind of switch things up mid-game. Iceman, similarly. Again, Iron Man could be fun if we don't spec into Motion Amplifier as a, not necessarily like a challenge run, although it will be a challenge to start with. But yeah, we could do Juggernaut. He's quite fun. Magneto is fun just in the sense of how powerful he is, but not particularly fun in the sense of like, can I succeed? Will I succeed? He's one of the characters that can absolutely just crush the game. Nightcrawler, fairly similar. He's extremely powerful. Professor X, also extremely powerful. Pyro is just straight up broken. So is Sunfire. Rogue, play-wise, will be very similar to Colossus. Scarlet Witch, I don't even know if she can make it through normal. She's one of the worst characters in this game. Like, genuinely ghastly to play, and I don't... We're saving that one, basically, for when I'm in the mood to suffer. Toad could be really fun. He's extremely powerful, but we could actually just use a weaker build. So Toad has, like, tongue attacks, but then he also has spit attacks, and the tongue attacks are just flatly better. The spit attacks are kind of weak. But it could be fun to do a kind of spitting Toad. I know he can easily clear the game as a spitter. He's still good. He's just not, you know, as broken. But yeah, a few options here. And maybe I'll just roll a dice or something. Either way,
together, people.
Thanks to anyone who tuned in. And this is another solo run, complete. And I'm pretty happy with it. And yeah. Maybe Toad next time. We'll see. We'll see. Take care, Internet. And, yeah. I'll be back. Maybe tomorrow to start a new run. And we're getting the process of actually just physically running through the axe down to be, like, fairly smooth, fairly quick, without, you know, being too dangerous for me and obliging me to, like, replay content. So... you know, I'm pretty confident that if we start up with Toad, we can like clear Act 1 in like an hour and a bit, and you know, we can kind of speed through Act 2 in like less than an hour. You know, Act 3 take a little bit longer just because of the core. You have to really creep through the core. That's just the way it is. Act 4 always take a little bit longer. You know, but Act 5, yeah, as you saw, we kind of just whoosh through this one now. Pretty safe, pretty easy. Anyway, I'm gonna have a little bit of a think about who I want to play in the next playthrough, and yeah, we'll get into it then. But until then, take care, Internet, and thanks to anyone who tuned in.
Loading!